right, so communication. So communication is important in every single relationship. And when you have a HOA with so many different members who pay to be part of the community, who do pay for the upkeep and all of that, it is so important to keep them in the loop, as residents can feel really frustrated when they don't know what's going on in their community association. So that means that the board and community association manager, if you have one, really needs to tell residents what's going on using different communication tools. So by communicating regularly, you can increase the transparency of your community and the transparency of the board to the HOA or condo members, which makes the board feel that they can trust you more. They have more confidence in the board if they know what's going on. And this will also increase their engagement with the community. And there are different tools that you can use to communicate with your residents. So that includes smart calls, texts, newsletters. You can have community meetings, which I hope you're having already, but you can really leverage those to be able to communicate with residents better, as well as having a community calendar. So where everyone can see the events, that's so helpful. So is sending emails and having a website, which is what we're going to go into right now. So a website is a really great tool because it is so adaptable. You can use websites to show off your community association to prospective residents, as well as to provide them key information that they need to know. And that key information can be for prospective owners, but it could also be for owners and tenants as well. So it becomes your one-stop shop where everyone can go to find out what they need to know. Then from your website, you can have an area which is password protected. So that password protected portal or part of your website would have more sensitive information that owners, or maybe owners and tenants, if you would like, can log in and find out more. They can find important documents that they need. They can track a maintenance request or an architectural review request as well. So they have all of that and much more in one place. A website is a really wonderful tool, as I keep saying, for so many reasons. But this reason is that you have information on there 24/7. So residents don't need to run after board members to find the form to book the pool or the clubhouse. They have it all on the website. And that's there 24/7. So even when board members and managers are asleep or away, the website is there to answer people's questions. I always recommend having an FAQ folder so that when residents have a question, they can find the answers so quickly just by going to FAQs and seeing everything that's there, so that they have that information literally a couple of clicks away. It also streamlines the tools that the board needs to use. So often community associations have spreadsheets for one thing, they have paper forms, they might have a database in one place and another Excel in another, and they don't really know what's going on. Well, by having a website, you streamline all of those into one single spot. And I talked about communicating in the last slide as well. So I mentioned newsletters, emails, calls, texts. A website, as incredible as it seems, allows you to have all of those things in one single place, as well as having accounting, maintenance requests, like I mentioned, architectural review requests, and violations in one single spot. And then finally, your website increases credibility and trust. So for prospective residents, it allows them to see what the community is like without even visiting it. So before they get there, they have that sense of what it's like, which really builds your credibility with them. It makes you feel more real to them because you are online. And for residents, it makes their life easier because they can find what they need with more ease, which increases their trust in the community and in the board. So that's websites, but how do you actually build one? So Did I tell you my course? I studied languages. I don't really know how to build a website. I can't code. But using a website template, you can set one up very easily. So a template allows you to create your website yourself. You don't need to code. You don't need to rely on someone who works in IT. You just pick one of many different templates. You choose the one that you feel represents your community best, that you like the layout the best, that's easiest to figure out. You include images, you can change the color, you add your text. You can also change the URL, so that's how people find you. So you could have yourcommunityname.com, and that way it's so easy for residents to remember because they just put that in and you come up. And then you can have your site up and ready in an hour if you want it to get up in an hour. And it's not that expensive. So you can have a full website with all of the capabilities I was talking about for $300 or less per year.